Nena, sí.
Hi,
Nena, saluda.
hi, hi, bye.
Okay, good evening. Welcome along to the class today. They're just heading up to start their bath now. They just wanted to come and say good evening. So, good evening and goodbye, chicas. Pasia tu botella arriba. So, keep your shoulders away from the ears. Have your feet, ankles, knees, and hips stacked on top of one another. Hands onto the lower abdominals. Now, breathing in through your nose and out through the mouth. No more pagas. In through the nose. As you're breathing out, tummy moves in towards the spine. Hands a bit higher. Breath in and sighing out. Do one more like that. Breath in and sighing out. Bring the arms down. Inhale. Those look weird, don't they? Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale to the side of the sun. Inhale, arms shift forward. Sighing out to the side. Inhale, arms lift up. And then bring the arms straight down. Come up onto the balls of the feet will stay lifted. Arms are up, then take them to the side. We're going to spend the majority of the class down on the mat today. Lately we've been spending a lot of time standing up work first. Bend the knees, arms come down, heels stay lifted. But we're going to come down and do a lot of stuff down on the mat. We'll do some stretches in between as well. Inhale, arms forward. Sighing out to the side. And my heat is fixed. Yay! 4 days without heating. Pretty hard in August. But like I said the other day, gosh, the people that are doing it tough and sleeping outdoors or in their cars, I can't imagine. We're very lucky. Inhale, lift. Come down that little bit further. And then we're just going to do it one more time, please. So inhale, rising up. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, arms shift forward. Sighing out to the side. Inhale, arms lift. And then come down just that last time. So lifting up, lower it down. We are going to just do some roll downs and a couple of balances before we make our way down. I'll go side on. So with the roll down, you take a breath in. Your chin's going to tuck into the chest. Shoulders come over, keeping the belly braced. We're coming down vertebrae by vertebrae. And if you can, you're straightening your legs the whole time. But if you need to touch down, bend the knees. Inhale at the bottom. And then exhale, roll back out of that. So do that again. Inhale at the top. Exhale, chin tucks into the chest. And just coming down, nice and controlled and slow, keeping the belly braced. Inhale at the bottom. And then roll back out of that again. Go for 2 more like that. We're going to do these again at the end, and you'll find that you've got more flexibility because we'll do a little bit of stretching as well as our toning stuff, and that will give you more length. And then we'll get into that challenging lockdown balance. We won't do it to start off though. Inhale at the bottom, and then last time coming out of that. Let's just bring our legs together and we'll get into some balancing here. So we're going to take our arms to the side, take a breath in and lift your right leg up. Down again and lift. So just getting us mobile through the hip. Because the leg's not touching down, we're keeping ourselves balanced that way. Hold this one up for me. Now take a breath in and then exhale, open. Then bring it in and then out again. Now your arms are going to feel it soon. We're really opening out into the hips now. Last 2. All right, bring that leg down. Take a breath in. Other leg lifts up. Just touch down lightly if you need. Otherwise, keep the lift and lowering going. Straight, strong arms. A beautiful day today, wasn't it? Got a bit cool at the later part. But we took the girls out to train in the afternoon, as we always do when it's a nice day. I don't know if you can really stick to that just 1 hour limit once a day. you're not around anyone else, I don't think it matters if you exercise a little bit more. A few more. Because I always do my morning walk. That's just me time. But then I have to take the girls out, so that's another time. I don't know, breaking that rule. I'm not breaking any other rules though. 2 more. Hold this one up. Now take the leg out as you exhale. Feeling the arms burn too, right? 4 more. All right, let's lower that down and give your arms a well-deserved break. Oh, they feel sore. Just give them a little bit of a shoulder roll. And now we're going to pick up our inside part of your right foot for our dancer's pose, keeping the legs together. Elevate. So you can either stay here or tip forward and elevate your back foot. And as you're elevating, you're pushing the foot into the hand. And keep reaching long out in front. 4 more breaths. I can come out of that one. Let's change it. Especially when we had no heater in the house. It was nicer to be outside, to be honest. Be warmer outside doing exercise. Think length, think strength, pulling that leg up as you're pushing the foot into it. Keep bracing in here through the core. As you breathe out, feel the tummy contract in. 2 more breaths. All right, release. And we'll just get into our tree pose. And then I'll move the screen down and I'll come straight onto the mat. So dig the heel in, hands to heart, third eye or lift, shoulders relaxed, arms are straight. If it's too soon for you to look up, save it till the end. If you're okay looking up though, join me. Two more breaths. So gently bring the arms down and we'll swap. Nutcases, those two girls. And today in the park, not the park, the oval where we train, a lady showed up with 2 kids the same age as mine, so a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. So the nutcases joined 2 other nutcases and they had a ball. Looking up. Of course we keep our distance, but kids don't. It's hard with the kids to keep their distance. 4 more breaths. Okay, so gently bring the arms down, release the foot down, and we're going to lie on our back to start. So please, team, have a drink of water if you feel like you need one. And I'm just going to move the screen down. He's still running the shower. It's like, oh, that's very close. I'll move back. Okay. So let's come on to our back. There we go, he's finally turned the water off. Chin tucks into the chest. I wish my brain would switch off sometimes. It's like all senses are going. Anyway, so we're looking at your tummy. When you're breathing out, stomach moves down. You can hold on behind the head or the neck. So take a breath to prepare. Rise up, exhaling. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale and lift it up. So as you're moving up, let go of all that area. So we've got a few rounds of these boat poses. These basic abdominal strengtheners, and we're going to break them up though with boat poses. Then we'll get into some lower ab stuff, but we're going to finish all the upper and deep core stuff first. Did you guys watch the Ninja Warrior final yesterday? Impressive. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to exhale as you come up and then come back down the halfway mark. So just a halfway. Now if you don't like the boat poses that are coming up, please just have your hands behind you supporting you. It's more than okay, just very lightly on them, and that way you can feel like your back is getting the support that it might otherwise feel like is lacking. 2 more. So little ones coming your way. So come up, exhale, centimetre back, and we rise again. Little lift in your lower, yeah? I've got 4 to go. So hold this one up for me. Bring the arms forward. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And we're going to super slow peel yourself up. If you need to hold on underneath, do so. It's coming to our first boat pose. So you want to sit tall at the top and then come back halfway and stop there. So remember, if you want to, you can have your hands just gently down. So bring the arms forward otherwise, or keep them forward, shoulders down, and we're going to just kick both legs up. Now the feet are together on this one. Shoulders stay relaxed. You've got 1 more, and then we're going to gently roll back. So bring your heels down, and then super slow. You can have a straight leg if you need, and you can hold on underneath. But I will give you a break in between each one, just because we're going to do a few rounds, and they're strong with those boat poses in between. So reach it out. Oh, I feel like my body needs a good stretch. I feel like that sometimes. Okay, so chin tucks in the chest, and rise up, exhaling. Just to your sticking point. Exhale up. I see the stomach lower down here. I just realised I've got my shirt inside out. Like it's covered up. When I lived in the Galapagos, my husband's mother always used to put clothes on inside out, and I'd be like, isn't she a funny lady? And here I am, doing the same. Do 2 more, and then we're going to go smaller. So exhale as you come up, halfway back. I'll tell you a funny story actually. We're just doing the halfway ones. I had to start work at Warrendara Sports Complex quite early during the week, back in, last year when it was winter time. And I remember it's quite dark in my entranceway, so sometimes we put the light on just to get our shoes on, but this day we didn't turn the lights on. Anna was pretty young still, half asleep. Put on my shoes, get to the gym, and I have 2 different shoes on. Not 2 different socks, but 2 different shoes. Oh my. And I didn't even realise until I got to work. 2 more. So this one come up as you exhale, and then centimetre back. So just a tiny lift and lower. See the stomach move down as you lift. Contraction in here, 4 more. It's all about that upper ab area. You can feel it there. Can't feel it much in the lower because we're not working there yet. Hold it up, bring the arms forward. Now this might be a little bit harder to roll up. So your option now is to move your feet away a bit more again. Otherwise, breath, use it to come up. sit tall, come halfway. Now you're not taking the legs out too wide, but they are going a little bit wider, probably hip width distance. And like before, if you need to, you can have your hands behind. Onto the tippy toes, kick them up, separated hip width. So slightly separated. At any stage, you can bring the arms back. But there is an end in sight. Here we've done 5, we've got 5 more. It's a little bit harder when the legs are not leaning on each other. That's why we're going building it. You can bring the legs back together, of course, if you need, but don't. Hold it here. Bring the legs together and then slowly bring ourselves back. Oh, wanted to fall back there, did you? Hope not. Take your arms and legs away. That's the thing with the roll up. Sometimes you want to fall back, and that's when you want to strengthen your belly more by not letting yourself fall, either by holding on underneath or just pausing and then continue. See how you go on around 3 with the roll back when you've done the roll up. So third and final round, chin tucks into the chest. Exhale as you rise to the sticking point. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, lift it up. So nobody said good evening to me tonight, so I don't know who's out there, but I hope you've all had a lovely day and I hope you had an okay weekend. And I hope that this is going to make you feel a little bit of a connection and a burn at the same time. You keep me motivated too, so thanks for coming. A few more. So we're going to go for the smaller ones. So from here, come up to sticking point and then halfway back. So just a halfway point. Do you all see your stomach moving down? It's such a crucial element to get that right, team. Couple more. We've got our little ones coming up. Centimetre back. Keep this going. Stay strong. It really burns the upper belly. Yeah? I'll try and achieve the same for the lower soon. 2 more. Hold this one up. It will be a struggle to come up, but you try your best. Straight leg is your option. Come on up. Sitting tall. Now this time come back halfway again, but bring your hands inside your legs that are now opened wider than your hips. Onto your tippy toes, shoulders relaxed. Arms can be back to support you. Otherwise, kick up like this. 10 of them. The first one was a preview. So if you join me for the preview, you're doing 11. 4 to go. Oh, bring the legs back in, arms out, and then roll back for the last time. And you will get a well-deserved break. Great job. Can we just stay here for the rest of the class? I am joking. No, we can't. You're not here for me to be lazy. All right, so bring the legs up. Start with a flexed foot, and the knee that's closest to the back of the room stays bent and doesn't move. The leg that's closest to me, push the heel away. We've got 3 different levels. So you can always come back to this level if you don't like the change, okay? few more. Now we've got one more here, and then we're changing sides. So keep that leg still, other leg starts the movement. And I will give you a mini break in between each set. Either I'm feeling weak or generous tonight that I'm not making us do things consecutively. We're sort of having breaks in between. Oh, by the way, if you're interested, this Saturday morning, we're going to do the plank class that I did last week. I found it was a really enjoyable, strong class. I think we did it Friday morning. Yeah, so we're going to do it Saturday, this Saturday. A few more. Okay, so pull both knees in and just roll in and out, loosen it out a little bit through your back before we get into round 2. So still lower abdominal focus, flex it out. The leg that's closest to me again is moving. So this time we inhale, push away, exhale out to the side. Inhale straight, exhale, bring it in. Same leg, same thing. Inhale, sighing out. Inhale, bring it in. The beauty of having the other leg bent is that your back is staying flattened. It shouldn't be causing your back any discomfort at all. If, however, it is, you might want to push your leg up on a higher angle, not so close to the mat. Let's go for 3 more on this side. And we're going straight to the other side. Change it over. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, bring it in. Go, go, go. But starting to build up and get a lot more challenging now. Last 2. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, sighing out. Last 1, and then we can bring the legs back in for another stretch. Hey, 2/3 of the way through these lower abs. And then we're going to flip ourselves over and do some planks before we get into some other exercises down here on the mat. So bring it back up. So what we're going to do is take a breath in, exhale, push away, hold. Pulse it for 4, 4, 3, 2, inhale in, exhale, push away, pulse it, 4, 3, 2, bring it on in, and push away, pulse. Pulse. Inhale in, exhale straight up, and pulse. And again. One more like that. Push away, and pulse. Bring it in, straight to the other leg, push away. Stick with it. I know it's hard. Pull it in, and away. Pulse. Again, you can take it up higher if it's too low. Bring it in, push away. 2 more sets. Ooh, it's hard, I know. Pulse. Bring it in and hold it in. Is that 2? I hope it was. My counting obviously is off as usual. There's no surprise there. Take your arms to the side and just take your knees over to one side and have a bit of a stretch. And then up and over to the other side. How about before we flip over and do some plank work, let's just do a little bit of lower and upper belly combined here, because we can. So we're going to just do some crisscross, so that will also be working your obliques. And we're going to stick with the flexed foot. The leg can come in closer, but it's better if they stay further away. It just looks like this. And then you go to the other side. Do 4 more, and then we're going to do another exercise that will be oblique focused. And it is also going to be using upper and lower belly. So just have a break by pulling the knees in. Okay, so what's going to happen is your legs are going to be up, they're going to be coming down halfway, and they're going to be kicking out on an angle. You bring it in, you bend to the other side, and then you kick. So you see my head and shoulders are lifted. I'm not doing much movement. I'm just balancing myself basically so that I don't feel like I'm going to tip. But I'm keeping my shoulders off, which means my upper belly is activated, as well as my lower belly. And of course, when you're doing the side action and the kick, your waist is activated. Do a few more. So bring the legs in, roll yourself, and we're going to get into the planks quickly, and then we're going to actually do some stretches, and then we're going to get into some back exercises. So I'll just turn the mat the other way so that we can be seen. We, as in me, and I can see myself, which I'm visualising you, even though I don't know who you are, I'm visualising you all. So bring the legs together, feet together, shoulders away from the ears, weight is in the heels. Take a breath in and lower one knee. Then change sides. Do a couple more. Then we're going to do the same thing, but it's going to be fast, but very controlled, okay? Here we go. Minimal movement. Just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. Elbows. Same thing, slow leg lift, lower. And then change sides. Four more. Double the pace, let's hit it. Just 8 to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Have a stretch back. Very, very strong sequence of abs just there. My little nutcases are going crazy again up there. I don't know what they're doing. They're singing, they're having fun. So bring the heels together, knees apart. Go for a stretch. You like those planks? Good on you. I like the thumbs up. I never get notifications if there's a thumbs up, but if it happens during the class, I see it. My friend says she always gives me a thumbs up, but she does the replay. So of course I just don't know which one she's doing. but I appreciate the thumbs up. Heart rate's gone up a little bit too. So that's strong abs that we've done. Bring one leg forward, and I want you to just reach towards the toe. Keep breathing into the exercise. So as you breathe out, you can probably float down a little bit deeper into the stretch. Change to the other side. A bit of breaking up with stretches is fine. Giving your body a chance to recuperate a little bit before we get into the exercises again. And it's good to do them at the end. Sometimes it's good to do them like a whole set sequence of it. You know, I usually just go hard and we don't do many stretches at all. But I do them in my own time, so I would recommend you doing the same. Listen, keep the bent leg where it is, cross that leg over, and then wrap your opposite arm around and use the same arm as the bent leg in front to lift your heart and then twist. This is a lovely spine twist. Now what we're going to do is hold on to the same foot, the opposite foot, so the foot that's on top, push it away, and you can hold on under the leg if you can't reach, and then the other arm goes back on the same angle as that foot, and look behind. You look into the arm that's out behind you. Got 4 more breaths here, then we'll change sides, and we're just going to do this same sequence on the other side, and then we're getting back into the exercises for our back this time. So you switch it over, other leg goes under, other on top, you're wrapping your arm around, other arm is back to elevate you. You'll be feeling this stretch in a couple of places, probably around the glute of the leg that's on top and through your spine definitely. If you're feeling it anywhere else, great. Or maybe not great, maybe you're just extremely tired. Doesn't matter, it's all beneficial. So holding on to the same foot, shoot it away on the angle, and then the arm goes on the same angle behind. Right, back into the exercises team. So we're going to start on all fours. So have a quick drink of water if you need to, please. And then we're going to come onto all fours. We're going to just start with the leg that's closest to me. No arm work just yet. Inhale, push away. Exhale and bring it in. Inhale away. As you bring it in and you're exhaling, you've got to feel your tummy lifting up. So basically the elastic of your pants will be getting looser because you're exhaling all that stale air out. Do 2 more and then we're going to bring the opposite arm in to do the same thing. Opposite arm. Pull it in. I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating my breath, but this is really the breath I need and I use in a Pilates class. So please don't be shy, you're at home. Use your breath. If you're in my class, I'd be telling you the same. It's the best way to get the abdominals contracted. Last 2. Now the leg's not going to stop. The arm's going to come down. The leg's going to diagonal. To the diagonal. So the arm's having a little bit of a break, just to give the other wrist a little bit of time off. I hadn't had washed my hair since the heating had gone. It was so nice to wash my hair and get clean hair last night. It feels so soft. All right, take it away, arms and leg. So they're on the diagonals. Here they come. Hola, guapa. Oh, my, son diferentes. Wow. We're going to do 2 more, and then this arm and leg are going to come down. The other leg's going to go away straight. So bring it down, other leg away straight. Inhale down, exhale in. No lo subes porque esa agua yo voy a vaciar y limpiar la botella. Tú tienes otra botella arriba. Botones están equivocados. ¿Puedes saludar?
Hi. My sister.
Hi.
Todavía.
No donde le hables. Okay, go straight with the opposite arm. If it's too much with the arm, then please by all means just keep the leg going on its own. Got 2 more. So bring the arm down, leg goes to diagonal. Me sentar aquí para que se puedan ver tus medias. I've never seen these socks in my life. I don't know where they come from.
Puppy.
2 more. ¿Dónde?
Bye.
Opposite arm. She's got one of those things where you press the button and the arrows have to go on top of something.
I'll show you. This is the game. I did too.
You have to press the buttons. They're in water, sort of floating. It's actually quite fun. I did it yesterday while I was chatting on the phone. And bring it down. Woo, toes together, knees apart, sit on back. Very strong, team. Alba, puedes subir con Ana, por favor? Vamos. Okay, onto the belly. So we're going to just start with lower back, then we'll move into some upper back as well. So the leg that's closest to me will be the one that's moving first. Inhale up, exhale to the side, inhale center, and then lower it down. And again. One more like that, and then I'd like you to start bringing your arms out because the opposite arm is doing the same thing. Lift them up. And again, same arm, the same opposites. So we're not changing leg, we're not changing arm. Moving up to the diagonals, center, and then lower. Few more. We'll make it just one more, and then we're going to switch legs, and they're going to keep the arms down. All right, so you can bring the arms in, lift the other leg up, out, center, and then lower it down. I don't know why I prefer have my arms here, but you are more than welcome to have your arms extended out in front. Maybe because I'm looking up at the screen, it just feels better for my neck. But if it feels better for you looking down, then please, it's probably better for your spine even. I'm surprised Anna decided to go upstairs first. I'm very happy that she decided to go back up. She's so ready to start some form of activity like kinder Next year, hopefully, if things get a bit more normal, she will be there. Arms out in front, opposite arm and leg. Keep the belly braced, keep it strong, lifting up, take it to the side, center, lower it down. 4 more. Lucky last. And then we're not done. Both arms, both legs at the same time. Let's go. And when you come back in from being out wide, lift up a fraction. Yeah? Get that extra burn. Keep it strong. Don't worry, you're going to finish soon, I promise. Two to go. Then we're going to do a little bit more stretches before we come up to do balancing. So stick with me if you've got the time. And let's bring our hands underneath the shoulders and just lift up here into our cobra. A really nice release for our back, which is really important after we've done all that tightening out work. Tomorrow night I'm thinking to do waist. So if you're interested in working the waist, I'll be doing that tomorrow night. So let's push back into the child's pose again. I'm going to ask you to just bring one knee forward and then push the foot forward more and then rotate your hip onto the heel. You're on your shin, you're not sitting back on your bottom. And then just bring yourselves forward. This is a really nice release in through your glutes, which will in turn release your lower back. Especially if you spend a lot of time sitting. Everything we do basically puts a lot of strain on that glutes. If you're sitting too much, if you're walking too much, if you're riding, all that stuff puts strain on the glute. But this is a brilliant stretch to then release, because generally lower back pain will come from pain that you've got in the glutes more than anything. You just don't know it. That's what I used to find when I massage people. Release the tension in the glute, and their backs start to feel a lot better. Can't stop touching my soft hair. I have really soft hair actually. It's like a baby hair, which is not good because it's really fine, but it's nice to touch. Come on up, and then bring the other one in. I got dreadlocks when I was younger, and because my hair is so thin and fine, they started long because I had long hair, and they just, as the years went, they just snapped off. They were getting so short. And by the time I cut them off, they were like at my shoulder level instead of getting longer like some people have. That's just, that's what weak hair is. But I can touch it now. Speak some silly things sometimes, I know. A couple more breaths here. Come up. And we'll just have a quick seat, and we will bring the back leg on top of the front leg. But we want to bring that bottom leg to about a 90-degree angle at the knee, because what will happen is that will enable this knee to go down more. If you bring it in too close, you see how this leg's up higher? But if I wiggle it through, that leg now can go down lower. Now, of course, if you're not that flexible, you can have the bottom leg forward more, okay? If it hurts your ankle, just bring the leg over a little bit more, okay? And then just come forward. As far as you can have your arms back or bring it through. Main thing is to try and keep your straight spine, okay? If I haven't told you the trick, if you're a cardio person like me and you feel like when you've got your mask on, the air's coming up, especially if it's cold air and you're sort of getting sore under your eyes, pop Vaseline or that lip balm that people always used to use, that pawpaw stuff. You put that under your eyes, I find that it's a really good barrier and it stops your eyes from getting sore. So give it a try if you feel like your eyes are getting sore from breathing. 2 more breaths. Such a nice stretch. Come on out of that, we'll release to the other side. So again, 90 degree, not too close to you. And then rest that leg on top. Be evenly weighted on your sit bones, so try not to be uneven, and then come through. Oh, tight. When I jog with the girls, because I'm not a jogger very often, it definitely you can feel the tightness in your body afterwards. People like my husband that are like strong runners and long distance runners, very impressive. I don't know how their bodies don't pay for it afterwards. Must just get really good massages and all the rest. 2 more breaths here, and then we're going to come up to standing, and I will move the screen just to get into our balances. So we are going to do those roll downs, like I said, before we get into the balancing, because I want us to prove that with some extra length, a lot of the balances are going to be a lot more doable too. So roll downs to begin, team. Feet back to underneath your hips, chin tucks into the chest as you exhale down. When you get to the bottom, you're just leaning forward into your toes, and then exhale, come back up. The arms are pretty much assisting in the sense that they're a weight. So they're making you feel like you can push down a little bit further. And they give you a bit of a lengthening, strengthening sensation in through the back. Inhale at the bottom. Bracing the belly though, always brace that belly to keep the back supported. Do 1 more, please. Alrighty, so let's bring the legs together. Take our left arm out, bring our right knee up, and then take it out to the side. And we're fingers crossed, we've got more balance and flexibility. Balance, yes, flexibility needs more. Bring it on in. That's my worst side. Let's see how the better side goes. Do you all have a better side? Yeah, I'm sure you do. Let's take it on out if you can. Body's definitely telling me I need more stretches. Maybe next week I'll do a stretch class again. Woo! Keep it going. Excuse me. Bring it on in. Let's do a stretch for the glute and the lower back, therefore will be released again. So push down into your knee as your foot is crossed over, your leg is crossed over, then hands can be in to the heart. Pushing the knee down. 2 more breaths. Grow out into your star. 4 more breaths. So bring it in, bring those arms down, and we'll cross the other leg over and and sink on in. Keep on driving that knee down to get greater stretch in through the glute. I'll probably throw in similar exercises tomorrow morning, but I might add some other things as well. Haven't really decided yet. 2 more breaths before we grow out into that star. So let's lift up and out. So bring the legs together, bring the arms down. We'll get into our tree pose. Heel tucks in, hands to heart, third eye, or lifted. Should feel quite stable because we did work a whole lot of front, a whole lot of back, and a little bit of waist. So if you do feel good, take your elbows up. Ladies, you should know that if you're premenstrual, your balance is not as good. So that could be a reason, so don't be hard on yourself. So gently bring those arms down, release the foot, and we'll change to the other side. Dig the heel in, open the knee out, bracing the belly. I hope you're well. Well, we should write sometime.